Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. I haven't really been playing a lot of Arena lately, but I finished my Brawl videos for the week. So let's go ahead and do Paladin. Oh, God. Well, there goes that. This is sort of tough. I mean, it can be really amazing, but I don't want to be pressured to take dragons this early. This is a fine 5-drop. Okay, Hammer of Wrath. So far, nothing too difficult. Okay, nothing too difficult. When they only give you one good card per pack. Alright, I'm going to take the heal bot. The Fairy Dragon's great, but I didn't take that Corruptor, so I don't feel a pressure to take dragons. And the heal bot just wins games. Mr. Tinkers? Or a 1-mana cycle. We'll take Mr. Tinkers. I do have one mech. Hopefully I'll get some more. Geomancer or Light's Justice. Both are solid in certain cases, but weak overall. We'll take the Justice. I feel like that's a little better. Alright, Silver Champion for some removal and burn. Panther's the better card, but I have no 2-drops at the moment. I'm still going to take Panther. I'm hoping there's enough draft left I can get some good 2-drops later. Ruby and Egg does not really qualify. It is good with Blessing of Kings, but I find it's a pretty bad arena card. There's a good 2-drop. Another dragon thingamaboob. Nope, no dragons here. Sen'jin's a great 4-drop. This heals, although with Antique Heal, but I feel less pressure to take this. We're going to grab Sen'jin. Good 4-drops, win games. Silence is important. Okay, there's the Corruptor again. Still haven't taken any dragons. Oh god, we're going to... The Venge is just... I don't like this. It's just so bad. We'll take a 1-mana cycle rather than having Avenge. Zombie Chow is interesting. I mean, it's weaker than either of the other 2 cards. It gives me an early play. I'm a little bit lacking for early plays right now. Paladins aren't exactly a burn class. I don't mind. You know what? This is weird. It's pretty much the weakest of the 3 cards, but in the context of this draft, I gotta get some early plays. Alright. This is a bit... This doesn't impact the game enough. We'll take the Unstable Ghoul to have a 2-drop, even though it's not my favorite 2-drop. Don't like the sheep, so we'll take a good Trog. I could really use some good 2s, people. It's just not happening. So, am I really going to take an Ooze over a True Silver Champion because of curve reasons? Oh god. I think I have to. As much as I hate to do that, I think I need to make sure that I can actually, like, survive. Now I also need some endgame. Man, this deck's just missing everything. I don't want to do Harpy. That seems crappy. Oh god. I need some big cards here. Come on, game. Work with me. Give me something big. Shredder. Yet another 4-drop. Blessing of Might, I think, is important to have some more removal. Oh my god. Well. Oh man, I just cannot get anything big to save my life. I've already got 2 of these guys. A 3rd one seems like I'm going to start running into issues. Alright, sure, we'll just go for 4-drops to win the whole game. There's another 2-drop. Frostwolf Warlord is actually tempting here. I think I gotta go for it. I don't have anything big. I'm just gonna have to hope that that'll work. Ugh. I got 2 5s, but they both suck. I don't have any dragons. I could have, I guess, gone for the dragon synergy this time. I literally don't have a single dragon. So this is just a 5-5 for 5. This is a 6-3 for 5, which is even worse. I guess I'm gonna take this rather than going for the mind control tech. And I cannot pull out a big card. Any synergy with Dragon Egg? I mean, there's... Nope. There's this, kind of. And there's the Blessing of Kings. Boy. I mean, it sits in place for my Frostwolf Warlord? No, we'll just take an Arcane Golem. So this is a terrible draft. Just terrible. Lots of 4-drops. But I never saw any good endgame cards. And I guess I could have gone for a dragon synergy and it would have actually come together, but I feel like the dragons just aren't quite well developed enough yet to really go for that in the arena with cards like Corruptor. Now, I mean, cards like the Dragonkin Sorcerer, a 3-5 for 4 with an ability, and it's a dragon, that's fine, and Fairy Dragon's fine, but cards that are like, this sucks if you don't have a dragon, I don't really want to go for. I see, like, 1 to 2 wins with this deck. This didn't seem to work out very well. We'll have one of my famous one arena per video specials here, potentially. I'm kind of relaxed, though, as far as my stats, because there's apparently an expansion for Hearthstone coming out sometime in August. So my stats sheet's going to get reset. I only got in 29 arenas of Blackrock Mountain, so I really slowed down my play. Alright, do I want a recruit or do I want this? I think I want the Justice because even though it doesn't use up my mana as efficiently, the recruit's just going to die. So, granted the recruit might have encouraged her not to play a minion. But yeah, she could have still played that in the face of the recruit. Alright, let's go for the tank. There's a chance this will live. As long as she doesn't have a Flame Cannon. Or an Abusive Sergeant. Or a Coin Dark Iron Dwarf. Oh, please don't play Flame Cannon. Please don't play Flame Cannon. You played Flame Cannon. God damn it, that was just the worst thing. So now, I lost that. This thing's there. I have to... Well, that was actually good. Good top deck. That'll hold up against both of her minions. That was just terrible. I mean, if she hadn't played this and just played a Flame Cannon, then you know, this versus that would have made me feel a lot more comfortable. But now she's got 2 creatures out here. And I have a 5/5 for 5. Not a single dragon made it into my deck, tragically. Alright, so she got the Shredder here. Just gonna freeze the Senjin, which is pretty smart. Alright, how do we do this? I think I'm gonna put that there. And I'm just gonna play Mr. Tinkers. I don't think I can afford to wait. And I'm gonna hit her in the face because I have a feeling I'm not gonna really get to use the full 4 hits against enemies. So she can ping this, and if she plays any spell, the Mana Worm will trade with it. Then she'll have this to kill my 2/2 off. So I'm definitely behind here. She's actually going to trade the Shredder. Get a Swordsmith, which is a pretty crappy flip as far as those things go. And the Grizzly will trade with Mr. Tinkers. Then Light's Justice will kill off the Worm. Alright, I'm hanging in here. Blessing of Might might have been a mistake. Blessing of Might? More like might have been a mistake, am I right? Oh god. So this is terrible. I really regret this pick. This could have been some 4-drop or other, which would have been much better here. I do have 5/5, but I've only got 5 cards to her 7. And one of my cards is a 1/2 weapon. This is a Rogue's Dagger at this point. So it's looking a little grim. This is going to have to eat 2 of her cards for me to have even a chance. Please don't have 1 health. Oh, it has 1 health. That's just too bad. So she gets to ping that. And then a 5/6 kind of nicely trumps my 5/5. Oh no, don't use the coin. No! It's a golem. Okay. Well, that sucks. 6/6 very frustratingly kills a 5/5. Alright, let's silence that off. Kill this thing. Do that. I'm going to play the Ooze. I need every ounce of extra board presence I can get. I think the recruit would have just been a bit too timid. I've got to get the board presence here. Oh yeah, Flame Strike wins for the game on the spot. That's, you know, par for the course. Blizzard would pretty much also win her the game on the spot, although she'd have to kind of mop these things up over the next couple of turns. Oh, thank God. So no Flame Strike. She leaves that at 2 health, which is smart, so I can't kill it with my weapon. Explosive Sheep. Well, that'll kill off just about everything, except for this. A Frost Wolf Warlord. That's kind of bizarre. I mean, she pretty much is letting me kill off her board here. Huh. So the Ooze plus the Sheep unfortunately brings this only down to 1 health. If I let this live, she can just ping it to death, so I'm not that bothered about that living or not. I don't want to use Blessing of Might here. Yeah, we'll just do this. So we'll do that. Hit her in the face. Pop the Sheep for the board clear. And do this. So all in all, thanks to that Sheep, I'm actually kind of okay here. I think she would have been better off if she just played the Frostwolf Warlord as a 5/5. That would... Well, then I could have traded my 5/3 for it, but then I would have traded the Ooze for the 6/2. I guess she would have been just about the same shape. 4 black ones. So she gets a 6/6 with enough mana to ping this off, unfortunately. I'm going to have to 2 for 1 with Blessing of Might. Ah, no, I am not. Ho-ho. That was a nice top deck. So I kill her Crusher. Do I play this? Okay, now I'm actually in a position where I can sort of play around Flame Strike. So let's just do this. Let's keep this thing out here. Try to bait out any master removal that she might have top decked. I feel like having an extra 3/3 on the board wasn't going to change that much. Okay, no Flame Strike. That's good. Clockwork Gnome. Okay. And a Flame Cannon. Well, that was lucky. So she's out of stuff. She's out of juice here. Do I have any juice? I sure do. Do I want to play this? I'm going to play this because the only thing that really could possibly hurt me is if she top decks Flame Strike. I'm not that concerned about it. Should I hit her in the face here? I'm going to hit her in the face. It's a little risky, but that is 7 damage. And she has to top deck an answer or she loses. If she does get Flame Strike, me throwing this at it wouldn't, at one of her minions wouldn't have saved me. So what saved me this game is she had a really great start, but then she just sort of tapered off and didn't have enough quality cards in her deck. My 4-drops and like singular 5-drops hung in there to give me what I needed. She goes for the face. Interesting. For her, I don't know how smart of a move that was because she could have killed the 3/2, and now I get to kill those with my 2/2. Should I just go for the face? Problem is, Snow Chugger runs into a ghoul and still lives after the ghoul explodes. Clockwork Gnome's gonna die to the ghoul though, so she runs in with Snow Chugger, pings this. These go to 1 health each. Why don't we just hedge our bets? Let's do that. So now both of her minions are guaranteed to die to this ghoul. And then my recruit dies, and this will die as well after a ping, but I'm left with a 4/3. Then she plays a minion, so this has to be something good. I could have Blessing of Mighted here and try to burn her to death. Maybe that would have been smart. Because if I'd put it on last turn, it would have been an extra 3. I hit her again, it's an extra 6 all told. Which is a big deal. Alright, so she sees what she has to do. She also gets a spare part. And there go the flame. So what did she top deck for her turn? That's the question. A Wailing Soul. Well, that works against my 4/3. Okay. I'm going to take a little chance here. I'm going to hit her in the face. So if I had put this on last turn, I might have been in better shape. Now she can ping this and trade, and then I have 3 damage, and I can hopefully burn her out. She has a spare part, which could be anything, and then a top-decked card. Oh, that's really good. So both of my things die to this Booty Bodyguard. Alright, I need to top deck a True Silver Champion here. Alas, it was not to be. Well, there's no point suiciding my stuff into this Booty Bay. I have the health advantage. I just need to not get bowled over by anything huge. If she gets a huge top deck, I could lose this, but I could hang in there and just grind this out. A secret? Could be really anything. She top decked it. Her spare part's clearly not useful. It could be something like a stealth or the return a minion to your hand thing. I guess we're going to see if that's the case. Yep, looks like it's a return minion to hand, so she's going to heal it, which is smart. I can kill it at least. Ah, man, I hope it's not a counterspell. Thank goodness. So that was very helpful. This could be an ice block, but I'm willing to play into that because it's just not that likely. Gonna take it down as low on health as possible, just in case it is an ice block, and it's not. So it wasn't counterspell, ice block, spellbender, or duplicate. Most likely then, oh yeah, and it wasn't vaporizer, ice barrier. So most likely that was just a simple mirror entity, which is perfect. Of all the secrets, that was the one that didn't help her at all. Whew. Okay, so got our 1 win. 1 more win, and I'll be rather jazzed because this deck is quite a weak one. And I probably misdrafted it too. I could have had some more 4-drops. I was thinking curve mattered, but maybe I just overestimated how dire my curve situation was, since really I would have rather had those 4-drops. Yes, quite. That is an excellent name for a rogue. Alright. Well, I think we're going to go for this. I don't have that many 2-drops. If I mulligan this engine, my odds of actually getting something playable are pretty small. So much as I hate to do it, I'm just going to hope I top deck a 3-drop so I can coin out a 3 on turn 2 and then play them back to back. Or just to get one of my few 2-drops. And hey, the ooze. Well, that's nice. Hopefully she daggers up here. Dagger up, dagger up, dagger up, girl. Won't you please dagger up? Butts. Alright. I'm going to go for a little risk here. If she somehow combos out an Eviscerate, I'm going to be mad. But this takes out the Stalker with 2 health to spare. Next turn, I can play the ooze and kill a weapon. Or make a recruit. Ah, she's going to keep this thing hidden. That did not work out at all like I had hoped. Jeez. So I don't get to kill this, and this thing kills my thing. And the ooze doesn't kill a weapon, so I just lost my coin for pretty much nothing. Ugh, that's terrible. Hammer of Wrath. You know what? I'm not going to use the ooze. Jeez. Just terrible. I could have put Blessing of Might on this, I guess, and had it trade with the Ogre. Maybe that would have been smarter, actually. Shiv? Well, I think she should have made a dagger, honestly. The dagger in hand, I think, would have been more valuable than the card. Oh, she made both. Got it. Alright, whiff, 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 whiff. It whiffed. Alright, that's good. And she actually decided to attack with this. I think that was kind of like a panic move, because really that wasn't very smart to expose that to my spider tank. And I top deck my way out of this situation. Now we're doing good. So she's got 6 cards. So do I. I have a 3-2. She has the turn. It can go either way, but I'm hanging in here now, officially. What she wants is something that survives a True Silver. Ah, that's clever. So she's going to get to kill off my tank. Oh, this is going to be very sad for her. So the Shade of Noxtramus dies pretty bad to Stampeding Kodo. Now, much as I would have loved to get rid of this weapon with my ooze, killing that Shade before it grew to 3-3 was pretty significant, I think. Next turn I can go Senjin and Recruit, or Senjin and ooze, depending on whether she uses this or not. Alright, that's a good card for her here. It does just kill my Kodo and my Senjin. I could just go for a Blessing of Kings and hope she doesn't have Assassinate. You know what? Why do that? I could just play this thing. But this just lets the Kodo kill it. It's fine. Bonk. So, I got the massive card advantage. I also have 2 hammers, which could be more card advantage. What she basically needs is to play something huge and or clear my board, but this does neither. So now she catches up on cards, but she's going to fall behind on the board here. Which is exactly what I've wanted, what I would have wanted. She kills the Kodo. I think it's a mistake, because the Squire now kills this and leaves me with a 4-4. She probably should have left me with a 3-5, because it hits less hard. This is just a waste of my time. But Senjin doesn't achieve that much for me besides blocking a recruit from dying. Actually, that's pretty good. With a Blessing of Kings, I'm fine spending my mana inefficiently in exchange to try to protect my recruits. So she's getting hit extra hard because she chose to keep the 4-4 on my board instead of the 3-5. Now, she's got a full hand of cards, but, I mean, I have as many cards as she does. I have a 5-5, which isn't great, but it's there. I have a lot of burn, actually. This is 4, 7, 10 damage. 13 damage in cards. So basically, if I can keep any minion on the table and put Blessing and both Blessings on stuff, she pretty much gets put in a situation where she has to have anti-Keelbot to have any chance of winning. So the only thing I have to really care about is, could I possibly die? She's got 7 damage on a 12. I mean, she could have a crazy combo and really kill me like that. But I think this is fine. So we'll do this. And I want to put a Blessing of Might just to go for broke here. Take her down to 3. Or do I want to hedge my bets, you know, kill off the Golem? Let's do it like this. I'm going to hedge my bets with the Hammer of Wrath, which I should have technically played first. And I'm going to do it like this. So now, the problem with this move is if she clears my board, I don't have the kill anymore. I take her only down to 3. So that's actually kind of a significant problem. I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have just gone full 4 for the face. So does she have a sap? She actually does have a sap, which means she still has 3 more mana. I might have lost this game just because of choosing not to hit her in the face. Oh crap! So now she's a ton of stuff. I don't have any consecrations. In order to burn her out, I need to get something to stick. So this is getting a little bit dire. Oh boy! All right, let's play my guys. Don't want to put a Blessing of Might on him. This Blessing of Might's not going to do anything anyway, so I'll just throw it out. So I need to get a Arcane Golem, which there's 2 of. And do I have any more True Silver Champions? I'm not sure. Oh god, I messed up so horribly. If I just hit her in the face with the Hammer of Wrath, I would have just won the next turn. So this is actually my own mistake. I should have realized that I need to, with her big fistful of cards, should have realized I needed to go for I should have made it so that her only out was to have healing, rather than what I did. Alright, she's going to play Blade Flurry because she's obviously not going to hit anything with that weapon. So this is going to give her a very efficient board clear. And that means I only have 1 more chance to... Oh, she actually is not playing Blade Flurry. Interesting. So I only have 1 more chance to draw my Arcane Golem or some other source of damage that I forgot about. And win. Oh, she doesn't actually have a good removal, so she's going to have to throw all her little guys at it. That might actually give me 1 more turn to find the kill. She's got, what here? 5, 8, 11, 12. No, I don't have it. Oh my god. I can get her down to 2. Well, all I can really do here is try to bamboozle her. I gotta play to my outs. What is this? 8, 9, 12. Nope, she's got lethal. I can't count on her to miss that. I should have done that first. But whatever. I'm gonna get this out here and deal a damage. So what this does is if she can't kill me this turn, this unfortunately is unplayable. She's got 9 damage, 10. If she deals 3 damage, she wins. It's not that hard to deal 3 damage. But if she can't deal 3 damage, I could still get 1 more turn to draw an Arcane Golem. But I would have won turns ago if I had just hit her in the face with that Hammer of Wrath. God darn it. Alright, Boulder Fist Ogre. As long as it doesn't give it taunt, I'm fine. Alright, I have 1 more chance to top deck the win. 1 more chance. Do I get lucky? I don't. Oh, she's gonna kill me. This is just hopeless. But I'm gonna do this just in case she gets bamboozled. She might miss that she has the kill here. She's got 15 damage on the table. But if she misses it and kills my Frostwolf Warlord because she gets scared, I have 1 more chance to get an Arcane Golem. That was one of the more embarrassing games I've played on this channel. I just strategically blundered it. I could have absolutely just gone for the face there. That's what I needed to do. Make it so that healing was her only out. And then win, because she didn't have any healing. Damn. Well, this deck basically got 2 wins. I mean, I technically have only 1 on the scoreboard, but the deck itself got 2 wins, which is kind of remarkable. I really didn't think it was ever going to do well, and it should have been at 2-0 had it been piloted by a player who didn't suck. So let's just eat a Honey Dijon pretzel. And drown away our woes. So honey. So Dijon-y. Up against Space Monkey the Paladin. Don't think I need both of those 3 drops. Okay, that's good. One question, of course, is do I play the Ooze turn 2? If I play it and he plays a True Silver Champion later, I'm going to be sad. But if I don't play it and make a Recruit, I'm going to yield some board advantage. Well, you know the saying, a good option now is better than the best option later. Only thing that would make me not play this is because he played like a Leper Gnome or something. And my Recruit would kill it just as well as the Ooze would. Alright, I'm actually going to play Recruit here. There's a decent chance this is Noble Sacrifice. It could also be Avenge. But if that is Noble Sacrifice, I don't really want to throw my Ooze at it. He's got a 3-drop, so I'm going to be responding to it with my Spider Tank. Oh, again? God, Jesus. Alright, well, let's see if this is Noble Sacrifice. It's not, so it's probably Avenge. I am going to play Spider Tank, even though it's more valuable than Demolisher. If the Ogre hits the tank, the Recruit can at least finish the Ogre off. Alright, here's a big coin flip. That missed. Oh my god, is that really going to hit the Spider Tank? Whew. That was a mistake. He needed to go for the tank. That gave him the highest odds there. Okay, so this is most likely Avenge, meaning that after I kill this thing, the Weblord becomes a 4/6, which is kind of significant. Huh. What the hell do you do in a situation like this? Just ignore it? Well, I can't kill both of his creatures, so I guess we're playing Ascension. And I'll damage that. Hopefully this bites him a little bit. Don't see this card very much. Remember, secrets don't activate on your turn, so you cannot trigger this Avenge by suiciding his minions. See, Avenge's weakness is that it only gives 2 health, so if I kill this and this gets the buff, it's not actually that hard to kill this off. But if I make it a 4/6 right off the bat, then it is kind of hard to kill it off. Alright, he just plays a Yeti. So that, if that gets the Avenge buff, that would be not so good. The Ogre dies. He throws that in. Interesting. So now he actually can't get Avenge. Very interesting. Let's do this. Hit him in his face. This just dies to the Yeti. So I'm gonna just play a Recruit, because there's no point playing this. This will deal 1 damage to the Yeti and die, so will a Recruit. There's really no point playing this then. Unless I had some like major strategic reason for wanting this to not hit something else. Now you might say, Boris, why didn't you deal 3 damage to that? The reason is simply I just don't really believe in hitting minions if you're not going to kill them. Oh god. Okay, so he's gonna get Avenge. He's actually going for my face. Very interesting. Alright, Blessing of Might might allow me to kill something off. Do I want to use the hammer here? Or just trade this? This would let me deal 6 damage. Yeah, I think I need to go for the hammer in case this is the thing that gets buffed. Alright, there's my 5/5 for 5. There's the Avenge. So who gets buffed? Oh, it's Redemption. What? Oh, God. Oh, that's really stupid. Okay, well, I am not going to complain about that. So, let's just do this. Kill off that Yeti. And Whirling Blades doesn't do me any good, so we'll just pass the turn. Man, if I had known that it was if I had considered at all that could be a Redemption, boy, how different life would have been. I could have even triggered that when he had just 1 minion out, but that did not occur to me because it's such a bad card there. Alright, so he needs 1 more damage to kill the Spider Tank with this Divine Shield. He's got 6 cards. I have more than 6. Alright, Spider Tank is hanging in there. Power flows through you. Alright. Well, he gets a +1 for being targeted and becomes a 5/6, but then the Spider Tank will just kill it. So, I don't know. That doesn't seem that great for him. Oh, Stampeding Kodo. What a great card. What a fantastic card. Alright. Too bad I couldn't kill it before its Divine Shield got put to good effect, but this is still fine. So I got the Violet Teacher, which works nicely with Whirling Blades, so thank you to his Yeti. My health is fine. His card situation is very dire. He has to have gigantic cards, or he can't win this. Okay. Arcane Golem. Yeah, it's fine. Let's buff that so I can kill his 3/5, get a student. Kill that. Hit him in his fat face. Got a 5/5, got a stuff. Got a, and this from the opening hand in case he does ever play a weapon. He has to get something huge like a Deathwing before I deal too much damage to him, or he's going to lose this. Which is all fine by me. This is pretty large. Okay, I don't really get any help killing it. I can throw my Kodo and my Violet Teacher at it. Is that what I want to do? Or do I want to start going for his face? Let's see, I can place... You know what? Let's just keep it simple, keep it safe here, shall we? So we got this. I can kill that. I'll play this and this. Demolisher is not bad in a situation like this, where it's a great tool for mopping up his recruits, and the barrels can help. Either trade minions or take down his health, which are both good things for me. He needs more big cards. Alright, Hammer of Wrath on this is interesting, so he's probably going to play a Consecration next, otherwise that wouldn't have made much sense. I guess he was more concerned about this than about my 4/4. Oh no, he's got the charge. Alright, that makes perfect sense. Didn't think about that. Alright, so my Demolisher does get taken out. And he has a secret. So this could be another... who the hell knows what this is? This could be a Noble Sacrifice. Could be another Revenge. I'm actually going to pop the Silence. What this allows me to do is check for Noble Sacrifice like this. Yeah, that way I just lose my recruit to the Sacrifice. And then I can do this, clear off his board, and play a 5/5, which is getting to be somewhat back-breaking here. So I played a 4/3 and a 5/5 and cleared his board. I kept most of my other creatures on the table as well. He's down to 2 cards. Deathwing could easily win him the game here. I don't have any answer to Deathwing. I passed on Humility, never saw Peacekeeper or Big Game Hunter. So this game isn't over, but it's taking more and more desperate things for him to hang on. Alright, he goes for a Holy Wrath, which deals 4 damage. He drew some kind of 4-mana card, which is Ascension. Well, that will die to my Magma Rager here. In fact, I could even put a Divine Shield on it, but let's not go crazy with that. Let's just trade that. Put the Divine Shield on a 4/3. I don't want to put this because it actually hurts me. So we'll just deal 10 damage to this guy and see what he's got to say, because he couldn't do anything last turn. He's again going to need Deathwing or something this turn to avoid death. Alright, luckily it's not a Deathwing. Can't imagine what he could do for 5 mana that would give me pause. A Sludge Belcher would be annoying. Double Solemn Vigil is not what he needs, because he doesn't need cards, he needs board clear. It's 8, 10, 12, 13 damage. In fact, that is lethal. To battle. Alright, that was pretty good. Let's do one more game. Those games, you know, I could have won the one that I lost, and I won the other two, but, you know, those were not comfortable games, any of them. This is a struggling deck. Well, if I lose the next two games, I can say I told you so. If I win a game, then that means I made it up to average level with a deck that I think was terrible, and I misdrafted while also misplaying. So, yeah, you know, this is a kind of positive run. You can kind of look at it in a positive way. I'm actually very excited for the expansion. What I'm not excited about is that it's just going to get impossible to keep your card collection going. The way it's going to work now is at the end of each arena you're going to get a random pack, Goblins vs. Gnomes Classic or the new one, the Grand Tournament, chosen at random. I don't get why they don't just let us pick packs. It seems like just a very greedy move to not let us pick. There's no, like, rational justification for it. New players would want, you know, cards from older expansions. Players who are happy with the cards they have would want cards from the new expansion. So, clearly, the thing that's in everyone's best interest is to let people pick. The idea that that would be complicated is very flimsy at best. So, it just seems like a greedy move on Blizzard's part to not allow you to pick your own pack. So, that kind of sucks. Basically, whereas Goblins vs. Gnomes, I got that up pretty quickly. For this new expansion, my packs are my card collection is gonna increase at 1/3 the rate that it normally does, because half of the, or sorry, 2/3 of the packs I get are not going to be from the new expansion. So that kind of sucks. And you know, I don't have enough dust to craft everything. I kind of regret that I ever crafted, you know, all the classic cards, because it ended up being sort of pointless. Do I play the Panther, which will trade with these swords, or do I try to, like, put a Divine Shield on this? If I put a Divine Shield, it hits it. I'm going to do this. This is going to encourage her on turn 4 to ping off a shield, which I'm pretty happy about. And then she pings it, runs in. This is going to be at 2 health. I can kill it off with the Protector, or I can Hammer of Wrath. If she does ping this and she plays something with 2 power or less, I can coin into the Kodo. I have some options here. I like this more so than the Panther move. But anyway, even though I'm not going to be able to get much of the collection, I'm still excited for the expansion because I really like some of the new ideas that they have in this expansion. It's going to be very focused on, you know, your hero power and making a lot of use out of it. So this is kind of counterproductive because the Violet students do just die to this ghoul. Do I have any good plays? Yeah, I could do this, that, this thing dies, this goes down to 3. I could actually clear her board by throwing everything of mine at it as well. I'm gonna hedge my bets. What I'm gonna do is just play the Violet Teacher. I should have done this first. Always draw cards first. Whoops. Alright, luckily that wouldn't have changed anything. Won't be able to play this guy for a while. So she can kill this and go up a card. This will drop to 3 health though, then it'll die to my own Violet Teacher, or to Hammer of Wrath, depending on what's preferable for me. Please don't have a Flame Cannon. She has a Flame Cannon. It's like, I say please don't have a Flame Cannon is like a guaranteed way to make them have a Flame Cannon. Alright. This is okay though, I'm hanging in here. Light's Justice is proving quite valuable. So I can kill off this, which guarantees the Kodo kills that. The Kodo has been gangbusters in this run. Got 3-5 to her 3-3. She's got 5 cards. She has the play. My hand kind of sucks. She's got the trade. Alright. Did she just ping my face? Please tell me you're just pinging my face. Oh, good. Alright, so I can Hammer of Wrath and Light's Justice this thing. I think, though, what I'd rather do is just use this Arcane Golem. She's up to Flame Strike anyway. What am I doing? What did I just do? Oh, my God. That made no sense at all. Well, let's salvage this by coining into Hammer of Wrath, but that really made no sense at all. Obviously, I wanted to hit that with the Arcane Golem, and then Light's Justice hold on to it or hit her face. So I just took 4 damage against a mage. Not exactly what I really wanted to do there. Holy, that was just terrible. She's gonna kill the Arcane Golem by self-pinging a sheep? Alright, that's fine. So she spent 4 mana to kill a 4/2. Could be worse. Chillwind Yeti. Unfortunately, I can't really address that. Ugh. Alright, we're gonna do the old Blessing of Wisdom on the enemy trick. God, oh, that was just like a weird brain freeze moment that could easily cost me the game. Had I just run the Arcane Golem at it, I could have kept the weapon in hand and just played a 4-drop. Instead I played Hammer of Wrath, didn't get a 4-drop on the table, and now I'm behind. Oh god, that's hard to deal with. Oh jeez. Alright, she actually sits tight with the Yeti. Well, let's play a 4-4. Hopefully I get emergency coolant. I didn't. Do I do this and throw the Divine Shield to kill that off? I think that doesn't make much sense. Let's just do this. Give her more mana. Get a card. Let's put a Divine Shield. You know what? I'm just going to kill her Yeti. I mean, I kind of wasted my Blessing of Wisdom. But at this point, I'm okay with that. Actually, no, I can't let her hit me for 10 damage. That's crazy. So I used Blessing of Wisdom. It basically stopped the Yeti from attacking, so it kept a minion alive. She goes down, shakes me down to very low, so she might actually have a Pyroblast. Or she might just know how to make smart decisions, which I don't. Is she pinging my face? Yep, she's probably got a Pyroblast as this last card. I mean, I'm hoping she doesn't, but that seems the most likely thing. So I don't have Blessing of Might here, unfortunately. We're going to have to Hammer of Wrath this, 'cause I got to take that down. Zombie Chow, okay. We'll kill that. Silence that. Kill that. Trade both of these things for that. Play that for an extra card. And let's see if she has the Pyroblast. Seems likely that she does. That was a very strange play where she went all out for the face. No, it's actually not a Pyroblast. Very interesting. So I got a card advantage here. Does she actually have a secret? No, no secret, but she's going to hit me for 4 damage. Okay. Well, I'm hanging in here. I'm hanging the hell in here. We're going to taunt that to hold off against the Panther. We're going to play out the hand. Once this dies, she's at 26 health. It's going to take me a long time to bat her down, and every card she gets could break my back. But if there's one turn where she gets some crappy 2-drop, I could actually catch up and win this game. I need her to have like one bad top deck and for me to have one good one, and then this health advantage might not be a problem. Alright, this is actually okay. It's not okay, because she's going to ping this to death, and then I can't deal 6 damage easily. Because I have to throw the Panther. What is she doing? Oh god, that was a terrible mistake. She needed to ping the Voodoo Doctor, because that stops me from having the easy kill on the dragon. If I hadn't had the Voodoo Doctor, I would have had to lose my Spider Tank. Alright, well, I've got a chance now. I'm only dealing 6 damage a turn. I have to kill everything she plays, but if she gets one bad top deck, I can catch up and win this. Also, Antique Healbot's in the deck. That would pretty much pull me out of harm's way. Alright, that's exactly what we needed, a bad top deck, although her play was boggling. She's going for the face. I guess she's gearing up for a Fireball. Alright. Well, we're going to do this. Let's spread out the buffing. Am I threatening lethal? 5, 8, 11, 12, 13. She has to ping one of my recruits in order to not die. Fireball doesn't quite kill me. Pyroblast does. Oh my god, I can't believe I got that game. Alright, cool. So that'll do it, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. And I'll see you again soon with the rest of this ill-gotten and misbegotten run. Take care.